What's up, guys? Sub-Zero here. Probably haven't heard me narrate at you in a while. Last few videos have been montages or me messing around with Parker. So, yeah, I haven't had any time to just talk straight to you guys, and I've missed that so much. Really though, I don't know. I just stopped making videos for a lot of reasons. Mostly because I was doing Yugioh stuff in the past, and it's not that I don't like Yugioh, it's just that, the fact that the game is, a lot of choices, that Konami makes are based on selling products rather than good game balance. Hello. Which, I mean, I guess is to be expected, but at the same time, you know, I wish they tried doing a better job releasing more balanced stuff, or stuff that isn't just cash grabs that, you know, is gonna cost $1,000 and then be worth nothing later. I don't know. So that's why I'm playing Hearthstone, because Hearthstone is online. You know, it's non-physical. It's a game. So it's a game. It's a computer game. Yeah, it's a PC game. If you want to use all that hip new lingo instead of saying online game, because that makes me think of, like, I don't even know. But yeah. So this game, you know, there's still, it's not easy to get all the cards. That's the main gripe I feel that I have with it, at least, is that I can't build every deck. You know, in Dueling Network, you just go on and you pick up all the cards and you're like, yep, I'm playing this. And you do play it. But for this game, you have to grind or pay real money, which I'm doing a combination of to get all the cards. And I'm building myself a good collection. That's the right word. So yeah, if you haven't noticed yet, if you haven't, like, figured this out for yourself, because I don't know how clear it is, you know, I'm just running this game in the background. I'm not going to apply too much commentary over it. It's a pretty cool game. If you know nothing about Hearthstone, you won't know what's going on, but it might be cool for you guys to see some of the things that happen in the game. I don't really know. You guys should go watch my intro to Hearthstone video if you don't know what's going on at all. That does a pretty terrible job of explaining the game. Okay, I'm giving myself too little credit. It does an okay job explaining the game. It just isn't great. But I think you'll get what you need from it. And you know, you can download the game. It's free to play. That's a good part about it. That, you know, you can play for free and build some decks. You just can't build all the decks if you play for free. And honestly, it's difficult to build most decks if you play for free, so it requires a little bit of a money investment, which is also a problem, I guess, for new players. But once you get past those things, and the fact that the game is very RNG heavy, because of the way Blizzard has designed the game, it's very fun, and it can be competitive, surprisingly, because it's weird how the competitive scene works in this game, because it doesn't seem like the game that would be played competitively. Like, there's a card in this game that deals 8 damage to a random character, a random enemy character. Like, does that seem like something that would be in a competitive game to you? Like, you know, you're down to the grand finals, and your opponent plays that card, and, you know, you have 8 health and you have a creature on board, so there's a 50-50 shot, but if your creature gets killed, then, I don't know, you'll win the next turn, but if it hits you, then you lose, and, you know, it hits you and you lose, and you're like, wow, okay. So, there goes, you know, $10,000. In that way, Hearthstone's a little odd, but, in that RNG, that completely RNG-based factor, I guess, in the game, something cool arises, which is that you have to think about the chances certain things are going to happen based upon a variety of factors. First of all, I guess I'm sort of making this video for people who have a foundation in Yu-Gi-Oh! And who don't know much about Hearthstone, so if you know already, then good for you. If you do know that already and you're waiting for me to say what I'm going to do, I'm going to post Hearthstone videos. I'm thinking of doing live commentary, because like initially I was thinking about doing post commentary, but now that I'm thinking about it, like I can just do live commentary. The reason I wanted to do post commentary was to look at my own mistakes, but really, like I can upload the video and then you guys can look at my mistakes. Easy, right? I don't know. I'm still on the fence. Maybe I'll do post commentary. I do want to do some live though, as well, so I can like get my thought process in the video, and then people can like critique my thought process and say, well, you shouldn't really be thinking about that. That's just wrong. You're a bad player. And I'll be like, all right, I'm learning. Okay, so now back to the explanation for people who don't get Hearthstone and how it's different from Yu-Gi-Oh! So in Yu-Gi-Oh! You have trap cards, you have hand traps. Those are the two main things I can think of that you interact with your opponent sort of on their turn, whereas in this game you play your turn, you hit the end turn button, and then you let go. There's no interaction between you and your opponent during their turn. So when I was playing this game initially, I sort of disliked that aspect. I was thinking, this is stupid, there's no player interaction, like what am I supposed to do? This guy just has all the cards, all the answers, and it's not fair, like I can't even respond. But really, it's a different kind of interaction, I've come to learn, that you're interacting with your opponent in a different way by playing around the possibilities, like the cards they might have in hand. So that different kind of interaction is actually really interesting and factors more into what makes the game interesting, because it's easy to say it's all RNG, but it's not easy to say that there's actually complex calculations going on behind the scenes of any good player who's thinking, okay, the chances that he has this card are you know, X, like this deck usually runs this card, but you know, maybe he's not running it, you know, this is a one-of, the chances you have this are so low that I'm not going to play around it. And then you have to deal with the probability that is just built into the cards. You say, well, I have a 50-50 shot to win here, should I go for that or should I go for the safe play? And you know, sometimes YOLOing will work, but honestly, in the end, in, you know, multiple games, the better player is going to win. He's going to calculate and make all the best moves and not make many mistakes, whereas the worst player might win a few games based on RNG. You know, he might run away with a couple of games, but in the end he's going to get beaten because he's going to make mistakes and the better player isn't. So yeah, that's a thought dump on Hearthstone, and this game's going to be over in a little while, so I'll start wrapping up my thoughts. So yeah, I'm not dead, I'm making videos. I was toying around with the idea of playing League of Legends, like just trying to play a lot of that and get good at that. Though I feel my growth as a player in Hearthstone has been a lot more than my growth as a player in League of Legends. I've learned a lot about Hearthstone, and I've gotten a lot better at Hearthstone than I have at League of Legends, I feel. And I mean, there's too many people playing League of Legends, they're too good, basically. My friends always like to refer to that as like, oh, you're saying the game's too hard, so you picked an easy game to play. And in a way, they're not lying. But in another way, fuck you, Alejandro. So yeah, I'm really happy to be making videos again. Not only because it's cool to interact with fans, because like, what the hell, I have fans. Like, I remember going on Billy Network, and there'd be people like, hey man, I love your videos, and I'd be like, what? This guy? He just messaged me? Oh my god. Like, I'm fanboying about my fan, because I'm like, how is this even happening? Why do you like what I do? I'm just a kid making videos. And I've been doing that for a long time. And I really like doing that. And I should honestly get back into doing it, because it's also just a nice way to log what's going on in my life, you know? You look back, you see Let's Plays and stuff, I talk about what's going on. Kind of just want to go rewatch a lot of those videos to see what's happening in my life at those times, and to think about you know, what was happening and reminisce about that kind of stuff. So, yeah, this is probably the last sort of video. Okay, that's a weird way of saying it. It's you're not gonna see too many more videos in a while of me like talking like this, unless I do Let's Plays. I'm not really sure. Maybe I'll do some single player Let's Plays because it's really cool to just talk. Actually, never really thought about it until just now, actually. So maybe I'll do that when I'm not like calculating everything in Hearthstone. I'll be playing some single player games and talking to space, which is really you guys, my fans. It seems a little weird to think of that, but I have some fans. You know, not a lot, but some. By the way, this card right here, this counterspell, that you guys don't understand, but that just crushed his dreams. If you do understand, you will know how sad he would be. Like absolutely crushed his dreams. Anyway, that's the end of recording, so I'm not gonna drag this on too long afterward. Yeah, I'm back. I think, you know, there have been times before when I've said I'm back, and then I've left again. So, hopefully this isn't one of those times. Hopefully I'm really back, and hopefully I make a lot of videos, because that's the plan. And, yeah, just looking to get back into this. So, as I said, I won't drag on for too long. I'll see you guys in the next video. Yeah.